Hey there, everybody. It's React TCG again. Another 5 death battles. Uh, we still got a lot of these to get through, guys. Gonna be a lot of pack openings, death battle videos. Uh, so, next we've got, well, we had Mario versus Sonic, now we've got Luigi versus Tails. Um, I think I'm gonna go with Luigi. Like, not only does he have some good tech and stuff, I think, he keeps up with Mario and shit. Whereas Tails, I know Luigi's is a side character, but he only ever feels like a side character because everyone's always making fun of him for being a side character to Mario. So he's got his moments where he feels like an actual important part. Whereas Tails, I'm not saying he's not important, I'm just saying he's like, he feels like he's more of an add-on. Like, Sonic could do what he does without Tails, but he does it better with Tails.
With the dragon slain and the princess rescued, the hero revels in gold, glory, and cake.
But they couldn't have done it without a little help.
The sidekick. The people's champion would be lost without his player too, such as Luigi, Mario's younger brother.
And Tails the Fox, Sonic's deformed flying stalker.
Now, we have already proven that standard Mario and Sonic series power-ups perfectly counter each other, so, to not waste time, we're giving these second strings only what is unique to them.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
A death battle.
After clobbering Koopas, besting Bowser, and saving the princess, who gets all the credit?
Mario, of course, leaving his lanky brother with rejected sloppy seconds.
Oh, these guys.
Hello and welcome to.
Yeah, these guys are great. King of Ice. Or King Ice, sorry. They're fucking awesome. They're a bit out of my price range usually, but go check them out. Check out the website, especially this stuff. Their Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Fucking it looks fucking amazing, man. So many cool things. They've got a Millennium Puzzle. They've got the Millennium Ring. Blue Eyes White Dragon, Red Eyes, Dark Magician, Karibo. They go check them out. Like, honestly, they look amazing. If you can afford them, I'm not sponsored, obviously, but if you can afford them, go buy them.
No doubt Luigi has it rough. Despite being born as one of the 7-star children destined for greatness, it's not easy being second fiddle to the most popular character in video game history. Yet, he doesn't seem to mind. Like a good sidekick, Luigi exists only to help Mario, never asking for his own slice of the cake.
So he's pretty much a slave.
In a
Come on, Boomstick, that's a little mean. Let's see, he's 26, 5'5", 200 pounds, Mario's younger brother, a citizen of the Mushroom Kingdom, and he was trained by the Jellyfish Sisters and the Thunder God. Neat.
way, but this devotion makes him the perfect teammate, helping to save the Mushroom Kingdom time and time again.
What did Mario do to him to make him so obedient? He's gotta have some serious dirt from their childhood.
Luigi may take subordination to an extreme, but he's no pushover. In fact,
he
he's
loves
not
his
only
brother.
taller than Mario, but also faster and more athletic. He can jump over 6 feet higher. Plus, after studying Yoshi's superb jumping ability, Luigi developed his own variant of the dinosaur's floating technique, the scuttle jump.
His abilities don't end with the midair.
Superhuman strength and stamina, scuttle jump, super jump, green missile, Luigi Cyclone, super jump punch, and superhuman jumping ability.
Hustle. Luigi has plenty of powerful attacks, each of which, if pulled off perfectly, increase their damage for quick KOs. the spinning Luigi Cyclone, the rocketing green missile, and the super jump punch, which can send his foe up into the air so high they never come back down.
Fuck you, Jigglypuff.
In addition, he has numerous power-ups at his disposal, including
He has the Ultra Hammer, the Thunder Hand, the Vanish Power Flower, the Poltergeist 5000 with elemental metals, fire, water, and ice. The Negative Zone creates random effects ranging from dizziness, decreasing enemies' weight, tripping up foes, creating constant damage, and other effects.
his trusty hammer and the Vanish Power Flower, which makes him invisible and intangible. Luigi could be next to you, watching you, right now.
Ah, stop that!
What the fuck? The fuck, Luigi?
He was trained by the Thunder God himself in the powerful Thunder Hand technique. With this, he can shoot lightning at his foes or at deadly soccer balls.
And after spending so much time in Mario's shadow, Luigi has somehow gained the ability to manipulate some sort of negative energy.
What the fuck?
Remember when Mario Bros was about running around and jumping on turtles? Anyway, you were saying something about physics breaking time energy or whatever?
Luigi's Negative Zone can devastate a nearby opponent. Its effects are random, but unavoidable, ranging from sudden dizziness to uncontrollable tripping over absolutely nothing.
But when Luigi wants real firepower, he busts out the Poltergeist 5000, a handy vacuum cleaner which can somehow kill ghosts. It can kill that which is already dead.
He ain't afraid of no ghosts. Scratch that, he's afraid of all ghosts. Bugs, water, flowers, the sun. Luigi is a coward.
Okay, in his defense, look at this fucking sun. That shit's like the equivalent to the fucking Majora's Mask moon. Like, there's a reason he's scared of it, okay?
And doesn't even try to hide it. Granted, his fears
Cowardly, clumsy, sleeps through important events, has an inferiority complex, and fails at traction.
are usually justified. Usually.
He's also pretty clumsy, which you'd think would make a terrible combination. But like the Chinese drunken master style, Luigi harnesses awkwardness to make himself even more vicious. He's more powerful than he seems, murdering Goombas and Koopas by the hundreds every day.
Bro, what?
Before we go any further, I'd like to point out that the unmaking cannon belongs to a bunch of children. Is it bedtime now, Mom? No more parents.
Even
Huh. Should probably take that away from the kids.
without it, Luigi has defeated Dimentio, discovered the grand final galaxy, raised a ravenous
Expert in multiple sports, defeated Demento, saved Wario from Chief Chili, defeated King Boo, assisted Mario in many of his adventures, regularly smashes solid bricks with his hands, and won Mario Party by doing absolutely nothing.
man-eating dinosaur, and even rescued Mario from certain doom on 3 separate occasions. The Green Thunder can pretty much do it all.
Luigi is one mean green fighting machine.
Yeah. I do it. Oh. Oopsie. Oh.
All systems go, full speed ahead.
Born the very same day Dr. Eggman began his robot-powered takeover of the world, Miles
Talk about bad luck.
Prower
I get it! Miles per hour! Creativity like that is why Sega's still making consoles.
Miles was awkwardly born with 2 tails. Mere minutes after being welcomed into the world,
Full name Miles Tails Prower, age 11, 2'7", 44 pounds, IQ of 300, the youngest of the Freedom Fighters, and the chosen one of the Ancient Walkers.
Eggman's deadly forces made Miles Prower an orphan.
Whoa, that's pretty fucked up.
8 years later, and after some much-needed counseling, Miles stumbled upon a broken-down biplane and happily repaired the whole vehicle on his own.
Well, of course, just like all walking, talking, adolescent two-tailed foxes can. Anyway, turns out the airplane happened to belong to Miles' personal idol, Sonic the Hedgehog.
What are you doing?
Why Sonic needed a plane in the first place is beyond me, but whatever.
It was Sonic who first suggested that Miles' birth defects could be used to fly by spinning like helicopter blades, which is obviously impossible as they could never create lift and would just tangle together. What?
Yeah.
And so
Don't ever question Miles' flying ability. Granted, it would be impossible, not because it wouldn't be able to lift him. I'm pretty sure Game Theory did an episode on this, where they proved it could lift him. He's light enough and everything, it generates enough force. Problem is, like, they would, right here, down in his butt, they would tangle up. Because unlike a helicopter, it's not rotating, like, on his butt. It's his tail spinning. They'd spin and wrap around each other. That, and he would need, like, little tails on his feet to stabilize him, otherwise he's just going to be spinning around wildly.
Sonic gave his rotary ass the oh-so-obvious nickname he deserved, Tails.
Well, that's stupid. That's like if you were named Boomstick because you just like shotguns.
Don't be fucking ridiculous, Wizard. Anyway, aside from flight, Tails is cup.
Yeah, don't be ridiculous. His name is Boomstick because one of his legs is a shotgun. He's got the power of flight. Increases his running speed. Strong enough to break metal. Tail swipe attack, rabbit tails attack, thunder shoot punch. Sorry, punt. Fucking good. Blah, blah, blah. My tongue, man.
Are strong enough to bust metal, and he can use them like the turbine of an engine to keep up with Sonic's super fast speeds. He can almost reach the speed of sound.
Tails pledged himself to Sonic.
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
Sonic's freedom-fighting cause against Dr. Eggman, and the two quickly became friends, almost like brothers. They also shared a sort of teacher-student relationship, though it wasn't always clear who was the student.
It was Tails who invented the famous spin dash, not the Speedy Hedgehog.
Wait, really? That's crazy. I guess, like, payback for him telling him how to fly, or whatever, teaching him to fly. He's like, hey, you could do this.
Tails is a genius and a master mechanic.
He's so much smarter than Sonic that he actually learned how to swim.
Ha! In your face, Sonic.
He has built several planes and combat mechs and has numerous gadgets on hand, like the projectile ring, which can pull or latch onto objects, almost like a grappling hook.
But despite being a super geek, he really likes to blow.
Spin dash, projectile ring, bombs, napalm, chew to the power of 2, dummy rings, flashbang, magic hand, and the energy ball arm cannon.
Oh, shit up. He carries a huge supply of bombs. Big bombs, napalm bombs, remote bombs, flashbang grenades, bombs shaped like magic rings, bombs shaped like mice, bombs shaped like your mother, you name it.
Bomb shaped like your mother.
He's got a bomb like it.
He also wields the magic hand, a long-range comical punching weapon, and the energy ball arm cannon,
which is ripped straight out of Mega Man. He built all this himself, but never a device to breathe underwater. Kinda
dropped the ball on that one.
Drop the ball there, sidekick.
That's what I said. Also, that fucking noise, guys. I hate it. That noise of, you're gonna drown, you're gonna drown, you're gonna drown. It's like the fucking... It's like in Pokemon, when your Pokemon's HP is low, that fucking beeping noise. Or the noise that plays when you're low on HP in like Legend of Zelda games, when you're low on hearts. Oh, I hate all those noises. So annoying.
Unlike Sonic's speed blitzing battle style, Tails relies on logic and tactics in a fight. His shield bot fortifies his defenses, and his Medibot heals.
Medibot, shield bot, helmet, jet anklets boosts his flight speed, rhythm badge helps maintain balance, and the T-Pup remote robot.
Over time.
But he's a total wimp. He can't fly forever, and if
Scared of thunder, scared of ghosts, gets dizzy easily, over reliability on Sonic, youthful naivety, and lacking in hand-to-hand
Sonic's
combat
not around to
skill.
hold his hand, he's scared of pretty much everything. After a good thunderclap, you'll find him shivering his spinny ass off in the bathtub.
Right, we should hurry.
I'm afraid of lightning!
You fucking pussy.
Well, he is only 11 years old, and the feat
Still, he's 11. Grow up. Stop being afraid of fucking lightning.
he's accomplished at his age are beyond impressive, like being able
Alrighty, his top speed is 760 miles per hour. Minus his tail support, only 100 miles per hour. That's a huge difference. Self-taught genius technician, defeated Wendy Witchcart, saved Station Square from a nuke, defeated the Battle Bird Armada, defeated Eggman on the Ark, unified the Chaos Emeralds to complete the Great Harmony.
to run 100 miles per hour without his tails, stopping a nuclear missile, and saving the multiverse by transforming into...
What the
Don't
fuck?
do steroids, kids.
We good to go or what, Tails?
I've built a TV out of paper clips.
Yeah.
And reprogrammed a supercomputer using dishwashing detergent and a toothpick.
I know.
Uh-huh.
So look, fixing a propeller on a biplane, that's about as difficult as taking a nap.
Could have just said, yeah, you
Okay,
dick.
I didn't need your whole life story. A simple good to go would have been cool.
All right. Good to go!
Cool!
Why would you do that? Stupid bitch.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's go.
Fight! Mega Man. Yeah, come on, Luigi.
Ready.
Return to sender, bitch. Ah, damn it.
Luigi, gotcha.
Yeah, get his ass. Aw, fucking heal.
Hello?
Ow. Pretty sure Luigi's just more durable than Tails is. Your Tails are on fire. Oh, never mind.
Well, there goes the year of Luigi.
While Luigi technically has more combat experience and has survived being Nintendo's whipping boy, Tails' skills and arsenal were more than the green-capped plumber could handle.
His training with Sonic makes him faster, and his superior mobility gave him complete control over the battlefield.
Also, he has an outrageous IQ of 300, which is about as much as Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking combined.
Hell, Tails is stronger too. He can move 10 tons while Luigi struggles to lift a large radish.
And Tails' gadgets more than make up for any of his weaknesses.
Looks like Luigi was outfoxed.
The winner is Miles Tails Prower.
Next time on Death Battle.
Next time on Death Battle is a Pokemon Battle Royale between all three of the starter Pokemon. Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise. I'm going with Charizard because he is my favorite. Not just of the starters, but like all-time favorite Pokemon. Let's go Charizard.
For nearly 2 decades, people across the globe have struggled endlessly to make one crucial, exhausting, impossible choice.
Bulbasaur,
Squirtle, or Charmander.
It's finally time to learn if the one you chose was really the strongest.
And what better way than with...
It is always the strongest. Whatever one you choose is the strongest as long as you choose to train it properly. I'll say right now, regardless of what happened, my Charizard never lost to that stupid Blastoise that freaking jerk picked.
Their evolved forms. Venusaur, the pimply plant monster. Blastoise, the bazooka turtle. And Charizard, the dragon.
For a fair assessment, we're examining
Not a dragon.
maxed out wild Pokemon. For those of you nerdy enough to care, this means no special EV training, no Mega Evolutions, and no tutored, bred, or otherwise unnaturally learned attack.
Makes sense.
This way, we'll avoid any and all player influence.
He's Wiz and I'm Boom.
So I don't get why they didn't do that for the Pikachu versus Blanca episode. Like, they used Ash's Pikachu, or at least used him as like a base guideline, despite him being a special Pikachu and being influenced by trainer actions and stuff. And they even, like they said, like, we looked through the show and, like, saw what his EVs and IVs would be. It's like, you should just use a wild Pokemon, unless you were going to have Ash there commanding him.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. The first starter Pokemon evolves from Bulbasaur to Ivysaur and finally to Venusaur, the seed Pokemon.
Becoming uglier and uglier with every form.
Weird.
Seriously, what the hell is that thing?
A toad.
Of the 3 starters, Venusaur is the most well-rounded.
He is technically a plant toad. Or a plant frog, whichever one you want to pick. I think it's more toad, but, you know. The seed Pokemon, grass and poison type, 6'7", 220.5 pounds. Lives in plains and grasslands. Is patient, generous, and has a guardian mentality.
And easiest to raise. In combat, it relies on its above-average special attack and special defense.
Average HP, below average attack, average defense, above average special attack, above average special defense, average speed. Abilities either Overgrow, which increases grass-type powers, or Chlorophyll, which boosts speed in sunny weather.
Defense, or non-physical combat.
Old Froggy Plant has a variety of moves. Vine Whips for slapping bitches, and Razor Leaf can cut...
Tackle, Growl, Vine Whip, multi-purpose whips that inflict low damage, Razor Leafs that can slice through tree trunks, Seed Bomb, Petal Blizzard, which is able to strike multiple targets.
Through whole trees. Then there's the less action-packed skills like Sleep Powder, which is used to put foes...
Poison Powder, 75% chance to poison. Sleep Powder, 75% chance to put to sleep. Leech Seed, slowly absorbed HP. Synthesis uses sunlight to restore 25% of its health. and Sweet Scent, which decreases a target's evasion.
To sleep and take women home from bars.
Venusaur's adaptability is its greatest asset. It can absorb health with Leech Seed like some kind of jungle vampire, or simply heal on its own by using Synthesis. It also knows Sweet Scent, which aids the poor accuracy of the sleep and poison powders.
But why bother with poisons and powders when you...
Double Edge, a powerful tackle that has 33% recoil damage. Petal Dance, powerful special attacks that confuses the user. And Solar Beam, very powerful beam that requires time to charge with solar energy unless there is strong sunlight, like if someone uses Sunny Day.
You've got a super laser! Venusaur can absorb so much sun energy that he can fire the Solar Beam. Venusaur! When I find flowers that can do that, I might actually take up gardening. Try and
Fair.
pollinate now, bees.
In real life, celestially powered lasers rely on heated magnesium combustion. In order to fire, the solar beam's temperature needs to be over 6,700 degrees Fahrenheit. Unfortunately, the solar beam is so powerful, it takes twice as long to perform as any other attack. As a grass and poison type, Venusaur is
but when it does launch, technically, if it is a true laser beam, it should move. Like, they shouldn't be able to dodge it unless they, like, see him firing it beforehand. Like, the way you could technically fire a gun, if you could move just as someone was pulling the trigger. Let's see. Effective against fighting, water, grass, electric, and fairy. Weak against flying, fire, psychic, ice. Pro, diverse moveset. Pro, great status effects. Con, little specialization. And con, too few effective special attacks to justify its above average stat. That's fair.
extremely effective against water-type Pokemon.
But keep them away from flying and fire types, because as we all know, plants burn, and birds fucking hate grass.
Yet, Venusaur's well-rounded skills and tricky moveset could outsmart the competition.
Venus.
I think the reason plants are weak to flying isn't because birds hate grass. It's either because birds eat seeds, or it's because, like, strong winds can, like, knock over plants, you know, like, knock over trees, uproot fucking shrubs and stuff like that.
The final form of the Bulbasaur evolution. This seed Pokemon soaks up the sun's rays as a source of energy.
The second starter Pokemon evolved from Squirtle to
Wartortle
Wartortle and
to
finally to
Blastoise,
Blastoise, the shellfish Pokemon.
So how did this thing come about? Did a turtle get really drunk one night and then came across a tank and was like, yeah, I'll put my dick in that? Then 9 months later, the tank showed up at his door and was like, boom, this is yours. And then he raised it out of shame until one day it evolved, and then all the other turtles were like, that's fucking awesome. So then they all started plowing tanks?
Sure,
No.
why not? Blastoise firmly boasts defense over offense, using his weighty...
That was pretty cool. Like, grounded himself and then hid to avoid the electricity and everything. That's pretty smart. Shellfish Pokemon. Water type, 5'3", 188.5 pounds. It is shorter and weighs less than Venusaur. That is crazy. I already knew Charizard was going to be shorter and probably weigh less than Venusaur and probably Blastoise. But that's because he has to fly. And he's genuinely, when you look at him, he's skinnier than them. When you look at Blastoise, though, you would assume he'd be the heaviest with his big-ass shell and the fucking cannons. Whatever. Lives in lakes and islands. Personality, stubborn, solitary, and has a warrior mentality. Which means Charizard's going to see him as the biggest threat. Charizard's like fighting, so if he's got a warrior mentality, he's going to want to go one-on-one with him.
Bolt to outlast and overpower foes. Like a stone firm upon the shore, he can take wave after wave of punishment.
As poetic as that was, he won't be winning any marathon.
Average HP, below average attack, above average defense, average special attack, and above average special defense, and average speed. But it's not below average. Which is weird. 171 is below average for attack, but 161 is average for speed. Interesting. Torrent increases its water type powers, and Rain Dash recovers health in the rain.
He's almost as slow as a tortoise, which makes sense, unlike the giant gun sticking out of his back.
Blastoise can significantly reduce incoming damage.
Tackle, Tail Whip, Iron Defense to increase his defense. Rapid Spin can clear ground hazards such as spikes, protect shields from all attacks, and the Flash Cannon.
Damage with Iron Defense, barrel through hazards with Rapid Spin, and guard against any and all attacks with Protect.
He can chomp foes with Bite and crack heads with Skull Bash, but most of his arsenal focuses on water power, blasting foes.
Bite, Skull Bash requires time to charge. Water Gun, Water Pulse, which may confuse its target. Aqua Tail, Bubble, which may lower the target's speed.
With Water Gun, Water Pulse, Aqua Tail, and Bubbles.
But despite its lack in attack type diversity, Blastoise can maximize its watery weaponry.
Oh, it knows Rain Dance, which means it can heal itself too. And increase its water type moves by 50%. Normally Rain Dance wouldn't heal, but due to that freaking ability he has, plus it will weaken fire moves, increase water moves. Not looking good for Charizard. Granted, Charizards usually beat Blastoises in the show, but it's because of trainers, not, just because they're Charizards. Hydro Pump, ultra powerful water cannon with an 80% hit rate that can punch through solid steel.
With Rain Dance, a rainstorm that amplifies water type moves and blocks out the sun.
But his ultimate attack is Hydro Pump, where he blasts water out of his twin cannons with enough force to accurately punch through steel at a range of 160 feet.
High-pressure water jet cutters are used industrially to cut through metal with at least 55,000 psi, or pounds per square inch. By measuring Blastoise's cannons in comparison to his size, we can tell his Hydro Pump has a power of 90,000 psi.
Damn.
That'll get the stains off your patio, along with your patio and possibly house.
Blastoise is effective against Fire-type Pokemon, but...
Effective against Steel, Fire, Water, and Ice. What? Why is he effective against Water and Ice? However, weak, Grass and Electric. Pro, great defense and can shoot through steel. Cons, lacks options for attacks and not very fast or mobile.
Weak to Grass and Electric.
And when he's not battling, Blastoise can be found training on secluded islands to strengthen his combat skills.
If it plays its defenses right, Blastoise just might outlast everyone.
Blastoise's strength lies in its power rather than its speed. Its shell is like armor, and attacks from the Hydro Cannon on its back are virtually unstoppable.
The final starter Pokemon evolves from Charmander to Charmeleon and finally to Charizard, the Flame Pokemon.
I would so ride that into battle.
Well, that could be tough. A full-grown Charizard is only 5 foot 7 inches tall.
What?
Well, they're normally owned by children. Like a 10-year-old. 10-year-old could definitely ride that shit. Species, Flame Pokemon. Fire and Flying type. Ugh. Is 5 foot 7, 199.5 pounds, and lives in mountains and valleys, aggressive, prideful, and has a warrior mentality, just like Blastoise. That's what I was saying. It's like one of the things Pokedex entries mentioned about Charizard is that he's stubborn and prideful, and they always want to fight the toughest enemy. That's why Ash's Charizard stopped listening to him, because he told it as a Charmeleon to go easy on a freaking Parasect, And ever since then, he's like, well, fuck this kid. I don't go easy on anyone. You know, I fucking beat the shit out of them. I'm a warrior.
Bullshit. I want to ride a dragon to burn the villages of my enemies, not hang out with it on the sofa.
Despite its size, Charizard
Fuck you, I would totally hang out with Charizard on a sofa.
is extremely fast and extremely powerful. Its speed and special attack eclipse the other two stars.
HP, average. Attack, below average. Defense, below average. Special attack, above average. Special defense, average. And speed, above average. So a bit of a glass cannon. Abilities, Blaze, increases its fire type moves. Solar power, raises special attack in sunny weather but drains its health.
Twice over, the trade-off being unfortunate frailty.
But since he can fly, it's pretty hard to get a hold of him.
Charizard's moveset is incredibly diverse, ranging from the obvious Fire Breath to flying, dragon, and even ghost-type attacks.
At close range, he'll always have an edge up by using either Slash, Dragon Claw, or Shadow.
Scratch, Growl, Smokescreen, Dragon Rage, / Dragon Claw, Shadow Claw, which is a ghost-type move with increased critical hit chance.
Claw. He can strike from above with Wing Attack or Air Slash, but his real strength lies in the flame.
Air Slash, Wing Attack, Fire Fang, Heat Wave, Fire Spin, which traps a target in a vortex of flame, and Flare Blitz, which is a powerful flaming tackle that does 33% damage in recoil.
He'll burn and bite you with Fire Fang, trap you in a vortex of embers with Fire Spin, smash you apart with Flare Blitz,
At the cost of self-inflicted recoil damage.
and of course burn you to cinders with
Flame Burst, burns the surrounding area and hits multiple targets. Flamethrower, a powerful flame stream, may burn target and can melt boulders.
Flame Burst or Flamethrower.
Charizard can reportedly burn through solid stone. This means his flamethrower reaches temperatures over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Charizards are aggressive and warrior-like, and will actively seek fights with stronger opponents.
This
The
is what I was
fire
talking
and
about.
flying type combination makes Charizard
He will go after the strongest guy. Which means he's gonna go right after Blastoise, probably, or kill Venusaur first, and like they'll team up and kill Venusaur, and then one-on-one. I'm still going with Charizard because I want him to win, but I feel like Blastoise is probably going to be the actual winner. I'm going to root for Charizard though because he is my favorite Pokemon. I'm sticking with him. He is effective against Grass, Bug, Steel, Fire, Fighting, and Fairy types, but weak against Rock, Water, and Electric. Pros, great speed and maneuverability while being immune to ground-type attacks. Cons, frail defenses, and difficult to raise and control. Not really a con that matters in this scenario since you're not using trainers, it's a wild Pokemon. Doesn't matter if he's difficult to raise or control, dude can go ape wild.
are doubly effective against grass Pokemon, but weak to water types. If it spends too much time in a heavy rainstorm, its flame will go out. Permanently.
But he's so fast and deadly, he might just overpower his enemies before they know what hit him.
Charizard, the flame Pokemon. When competing in intense battles, Charizard's flame becomes more intense as well.
Damn right.
Alright, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle with the Pokemon!
Just making them all level 100 by dropping rare candies on their asses. Boy. That's what I thought. Charizard's going right to Blastoise. Get him. Used him as a weapon against Venusaur. Aw, man, don't use Flare Blitz. You're wasting your energy. It's way too soon to be using that. Nice. Come on. Yeah, get his ass. Fight! Now a good start with Charizard. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, King Ice. I already gave you a shout out once. Come on. Don't interrupt battle.
Charizard! No!
I know, right?
Oh, and Froggy plant whatever-asaur.
Charizard's greater speed allowed first attack, and its proud warrior mentality led to striking Blastoise first.
But Venusaur knew he had to take Charizard down right away, so everyone's favorite fire lizard was doomed, taking too much damage early on from two different angles.
But poor Venusaur didn't stand a chance against Charizard's dual typing, and the bulky defense of Blastoise was more than enough to outlast both of them. Also, since Charizard and Venusaur do not naturally learn Sunny Day, they could not counter the Rain Dance.
But Wizard, shouldn't they all just counter each other?
Yes, the rock, paper, scissors factor is a bit tricky. Grass beats water, water...
Like I said before, my Charizard might have had a disadvantage to Blastoise, but never once did he lose a one-on-one battle. He always came out on top.
Beats fire, fire beats grass. But ultimately, the core of any Pokemon battle boils down to mathematics. Every attack does a specific amount of damage, with specific effects to specific types with a specific accuracy.
And each Pokemon's stats are clearly displayed in the good old Pokédex.
So, by comparing every move, effect, choice order, and likeliness of occurrence, there are over 7,000 different possible ways this battle royale could play out.
Damn.
And out of all potential matches, Blastoise wins the majority.
Even when removing type effectiveness entirely and pitting attack and special attack against defense and special defense, factoring in health and speed, the Turtle Tank still takes it. Blastoise H2 owned.
The winner is Blastoise.
Next time!
We got... Oh. Alright, we got Fulgore versus Sektor. Mortal Kombat versus Killer Instinct. Like I said before, I don't know anything about Killer Instinct, so we're going with Fulgore from Mortal Kombat. Wait, no. Sektor is from Mortal Kombat, right? I don't know the robot, guys. Yes, Sektor is Mortal Kombat. Fulgore should be Killer Instinct. Yeah, I don't know which one Sektor is. I know there's like a red one, there's like a yellow one, I think a green one. I'm not sure. It's like 2 or 3 different robot guys, robot ninjas. Anyway, I'm going with Mortal Kombat.
Cyborgs are fucking badass.
As someone with my own cybernetic arm that suffers constant glitches, I have to agree, cyborgs are awesome.
Wait, he has a cybernetic arm? Awesome.
Like Fulgore, the metal monster of Killer Instinct.
And Sektor, the ninja cyborg from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
Totally
that's what I
should have been
thought.
Cyrex. What the hell?
Totally should have been Siren, and then he fucking slapped him. Yes, there's 2 of them, a red one and a yellow one.
Oh, sorry. Arm's glitching up again.
When you least expect it, Wiz. When you least expect it.
I'm Wizard and he's Boomstick, and it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. In the dystopian world of Killer Instinct, there are no governments, no courts, no nations. There is only the mega corporation that controls the Earth.
Walmart. Fucking made the same joke as me. That's awesome. Fucking, you could put Amazon there too. Amazon.
Walmart, Ultratech.
To tighten his iron grip even further, Ultratech's chairman plotted to build an army of cybernetic enforcers. Thus, he created the deadly, sadistic prototype known as Fulgore.
Fulgore. Now there's a name that will strike fear into your enemies. Just saying it gives me chills. Standing 6 feet, 5 inches with over 500 pounds.
6'5", 550 pounds, made by Ultratech, Cyber Soldier prototype, artificial intelligence based on Killer Instinct champion Black Eagle, primary mission, kill Jago and conquer the world, and owner of the Hype Beam.
Of reinforced steel, Fulgore is a brutal killing machine, all while rocking a stylish ponytail. Steven Seagal would be proud.
Actually,
Not a
to dupe
ponytail.
people into trusting their cyborgs, Ultratech cleverly designed Fulgore to look the part of an honorable knight, helmet plume included.
Call it what you want, Wiz. That's a ponytail.
No.
Before testing the prototype even began, Ultratech had sold over 15 million Fulgore units worldwide. And if RoboCop's Ed 209 has taught us anything, that's a bad idea.
Someone finally had the bright idea to see if this thing even worked and entered Fulgore into Ultratech's annual Killer Instinct tournament.
Sure enough, there was a major problem. Fulgore's mechanical body was so advanced, Ultratech's top scientists could not create an artificial intelligence that could operate it efficiently.
Fulgore needed the mind of a true fighting spirit. Enter Eagle, the older brother of current KI combatant Chief Thunder.
Eagle had entered a previous KI tournament and won. He used his newfound fame to publicly protest the evils of Ultratech. The people rallied. Talk of revolution began to seed.
But then some guy at Ultratech, probably the dude who wanted to test Fulgore, was like, hey, let's kill Eagle, stop his revolution, then rip out his brain and drop it in our robot. Eagle mysteriously disappeared. Fulgore
Damn.
started kicking ass, and that guy probably got a promotion.
With the implanted mind of Eagle, Fulgore effortlessly smashed through foe after foe. However, Eagle still lived somewhere within, constantly fighting to overcome his malicious programming and horribly ironic situation.
Fulgore draws from Eagle's traditional Okichita fighting style, which crosses Judo, Taekwondo, and Hapkido with short-ranged blades.
Like his quad plasma claws, which can cut through almost any metal with temperatures over 30.
Plasma Claw, Plasma Storm, Eye Laser, Reflector, Cyber Dash, Cyber Port, Cloaking Device, and the Devastation Beam.
1,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
In addition, he's equipped with everything a badass killer cyborg should have. Plasma Storm fireballs, a reflector to bounce back projectiles, a cyber port, a cloaking device, and laser eyes for flare.
And when his foe's time grows short, Fulgore uses one of 4 overwhelming finishers called No Mercies.
Turret Morph, Laser Sight, Machine Morph, and Terminator. Damn.
I don't even... Where was he keeping that?
That is a good question. That just like popped up out of here. Or fucking like came his head. But where would that even fit?
And how can you see where he's aiming?
Fulgore's strength is staggering, but where does all this power come from? Hidden within his armor chassis is
That giant fucking turret somehow!
a nuclear reactor, which powers everything at his disposal. Fulgore can manually overclock this
Power source. Charges up through activated charge, auto triple attacks, and instinct mode. Full charge required for its devastation beam. Full charge increases his speed and power.
reactor, increasing its charge multiple times.
At max charge, he gains a massive power increase, doubling his speed and allowing him to fire a giant laser of doom, the Devastation Beam. With something like that, he's gotta be unstoppable.
Almost.
Nope.
Until he met the warrior monk Jago, who literally tore him apart. Despite the dismemberment, Ultratech still had plans for their mechanical butcher. He was rebuilt, stronger, faster, and reprogrammed with a new mission: find and kill his rival, Jago. A mission Fulgore never completed.
He came so close.
Alrighty. Defeated TJ combo effortlessly. Defeated Orchid. Mind of a former Killer Instinct champion. Beaten by Orchid and Jago together. Has yet to defeat Jago. And charging reactor severely opens up defenses.
But then the little wuss called in his god-slaying sister Orchid and double-teamed him into destruction. Still, Fulgore is a monster, annihilating anyone who gets in his way. Well, nearly anyone. Bitch.
Like how he called her a bitch, but like, dude was simping all over her in the other episode. If Fulgore wins, that's 2 wins for, the Killer Instinct universe. But we'll see.
Earth was in grave danger. The interdimensional overlord Shao Kahn was one victory away from conquering the human world.
Oh
In
shit.
order to stack up with Khan's invading monsters, the Grand Master of the Lin Kuei clan of assassins came up with a plan so crazy,
It just might work.
Let's turn all of our ninjas into robots.
Oh
That
shit.
guy's my fucking hero.
Thus, the Cyber Initiative was created. The first and only willing member of the Lin Kuei to undergo the mechanization was the Grandmaster's own son, Sektor.
Who names their kid Sektor? It's like the day.
A guy who was gonna turn all the ninjas into robots. 6'1", 300 pounds, model number LK9T9, former member of the Lin Kuei, Grandmaster, and knows ninjutsu, sambo, and kempo.
His child was born. He's like, I'm gonna give you this cool cyber name just in case I ever pull off my crazy as shit plan to turn everyone I know into robots.
I will show no mercy.
Sektor was already an unrivaled assassin and master of ninjutsu, sambo, and kenpo.
As a cyborg, he's all that, plus extra armor and a never-ending supply of missiles.
Why would a ninja, master of the silent kill, use a missile launcher?
Because missiles are fucking awesome.
He's also got 2 flamethrowers on his wrists.
Chest missile, double missile, homing missile, upward missile, rocket punch, flame burner, which is a flamethrower, cloaking device, laser pistol, and pulse blades.
Cloaking device, a laser pistol, a teleporting rocket punch, and lightsabers.
They're actually called pulse blades.
They're
definitely
lightsabers.
lightsabers. Sweet royalty-free lightsabers.
To close a kill, Sektor finishes foes with a brutal fatality, like the Robosec, Missile Strike, or the
Compactor, flamethrower, scarecrow, missile strike, a single powerful missile, and Robosec fire 5 missiles at once.
Compactor.
Robo guys keep all this impossible shit in their chests? Do they have black holes for hearts or something?
Maybe.
Regardless of the storage quandary, Sektor's compactor can crush a human being in mere seconds. At minimum, crushing an entire human body into paste requires nearly 2 tons of pressure. The new Sektor proved invaluable, aiding Shao Kahn in multiple Mortal Kombat tournaments against the defenders of humanity. And after Kahn discovered a loophole around the tournament's rules, Sektor led the Lin Kuei in the invasion of Earthrealm.
But despite the pure badassery of being a Robo Ninja, not everybody wanted to do it.
Fearing the loss of mind and soul, a few Lin Kuei managed to escape. Sektor was tasked with hunting these traitors and dragging them back to the Grand Master, dead or alive. The list of defectors included a young ninja named Sub-Zero.
Mecha Sektor was nearly unstoppable. He slaughtered the clan's enemies by the dozens without so much.
Defeated Smoke, defeated Hydro with Cyrax, assassinated Lin Kuei Grandmaster, lost Grandmaster title Sub-Zero, has yet to defeat Sub-Zero, and is mentally insane. He might lose.
Just batting a robo-eye. But no matter how hard he tried, he could never take down that poster boy Sub-Zero.
Until Raiden reset the timeline and practically gift-wrapped him. However, Sektor's transformation was not perfect. While his cybernetics enhanced his body, they had a different effect on his mind. In just a few years, Sektor unraveled, tumbling deeper and deeper into an unescapable well of insanity. Mad with power, Sektor murdered his own father, intending to claim the title of Grand Master for himself.
Until Sub-Zero showed up and totally ninja'd that shit, and then kicked him out of the Lin Kuei for good. Bummer.
Great ideas can come from anywhere. With Wix, you decide where they...
Sektor was alone. His only companions the twisted voices in his head. Eventually, he managed to found his own clan of cyber warriors, the Takunin. Sektor now roams the realms, hungry for Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat!
You actually did it. You're a cyborg.
We are the Lin Kuei, more stealthful than the night.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
Death battle! Forward!
Oh shit. Yeah, come on, get a win from Mortal Kombat. Nope, Fulgore's gonna win.
Yep, Devastation Beam lives up to its name.
This was a close one. With his ninja ability, Sektor could easily outmaneuver Fulgore's bulk. But Fulgore had the edge in every other category. He had more options for defensive, close, and long-range combat. Being almost twice as big, his size and strength surmounted Sektor's. And whenever Sektor did get an upper hand, Fulgore simply overclocked his reactor to compensate.
And while neither of them have successfully defeated their rivals, Sektor has been humiliated by Sub-Zero over and over. But Fulgore would have won his second duel with Jago if Orchid hadn't stepped in.
It took the combined might of 2 demigod killers to take Fulgore down.
In the end, Sektor got blown up.
The winner is Fulgore.
Next time on...
Next time on Death Battle. It's a battle of the kaijus, Godzilla vs. Gamera. I love Godzilla, but I'm gonna go with Gamera. I always thought he was cooler. You know, fucking turtle, rocket turtle. Like, come on, man.
Kaiju, the Japanese word for
A giant monster that destroys everything around it. Like
Kaiju, the Japanese word for
a giant monster that destroys everything around it. Like Godzilla, the king of the monsters.
and Gamera, the guardian of the universe. Despite being box office rivals for half a century, these two enormous creatures have never met. Until today.
Oh
He's
shit.
on Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons,
Weapons,
armor,
and
and
then
skills to find out who would win
a death battle.
The year was 1954, less than a decade after Little Boy and Fat Man had decimated Japan.
The nuclear age had begun.
As the United States tested their shiny new hydrogen bombs across the Pacific, one of them woke something up.
Godzilla, the radioactive, rampaging savior/destroyer of Japan.
Mutated by nuclear energy, Godzilla stands over 300 feet
355 feet, 90,000 tons, over 65 million years old, feeds on nuclear radiation, nuclear-powered heart, excellently mutated by nukes, a lot of nuclear bullshit. Somehow has knowledge in judo and boxing. Crazy. And yes, I know all the nuclear stuff is because, like, he was supposed to be, you know, this was like horror movies for Japan. You know, this was to represent literal nukes. Like what happened in Hiroshima.
tall and weighs 90,000 tons. He is an unstoppable force of nature.
And for some reason, Godzilla has made Japan his personal playground and has been stomping through it for 60 years.
Couldn't he have picked on some other country?
You'd think so.
Godzilla's radioactive mutation leaves everything in his wake contaminated. Water, plants, even people. Godzilla's presence alone turns a city block completely uninhabitable.
Like that noisy upstairs neighbor, or people who let their dog shit in your front lawn.
But Godzilla does not simply walk past his enemies to destroy them.
His strength is insane. He once lifted and threw his arch-rival Kaiser Ghidorah, who weighs 100,000 frickin' tons.
He channels this strength through his claws, teeth, tail,
And epic gravity-defying drop kicks.
What the shit?
hilarious abilities aside, Godzilla would not be such a legendary kaiju without some serious
Really wish the people in my house would fuck off.
firepower. He can emit atomic energy from his body for a short-range nuclear pulse.
Or fire his signature atomic breath, a goddamn laser beam of pure radiation. That's like microwaving at least 100 balls of tinfoil.
Well, give or take a few million.
The atomic breath can melt, burn, or blow up just about anything. And you know it just can't smell good. I mean, that's a lot of fish.
No. That right there is Zilla, the bastardized and shamed American version that Toho literally bought the rights to and completely rebranded just to murder on screen.
Take that, America.
And that was just the real Godzilla's standard atomic breath.
Yep, after absorbing a giant pterodactyl's soul, okay, he gained the power to boost his breath to the red spiral ray.
An attack so
Atomic breath. Spiral atomic breath. Nuclear pulse. Regenerator G1. Magnetic powers. Superdorsal plates. Uncanny durability. Godly strength. And can breathe underwater.
deadly, it only took a few blasts to obliterate the more powerful clone of himself, Space Godzilla.
What? Space Godzilla?
Yes, Space Godzilla's a thing. Moving on.
Oh,
Godzilla's cell structure can quickly regenerate from all manner of wounds. And despite being vulnerable to man-made electricity, he possesses magnetic properties. Like a lightning rod, he can attract thunderbolts from the sky and use nature's power to enhance his own abilities, or turn himself into a giant living magnet.
Magnets, how do they even work? Well, believe it or not, that isn't the weirdest thing that Godzilla can do. If Big G needs to get somewhere quick, he bends over, charges up, and does this.
Bro, what the fuck?
Well, at least Japan is creative.
Wait, can that even happen?
Scaling to the present, to actually lift his body means the atomic breath must have a force of over 328 trillion psi. That's the equivalent of 1 trillion riot control fire hoses, enough to wrap around the Earth 38,000 times.
Damn.
Damn. Godzilla has 44 known victories, largely due to his insane durability.
44 wins, 9 losses, 7 ties, for a total of... let's see, 50 fights. No, 60 fights. Survived and escaped a black hole regenerated from a beating heart. Neat. Battle rode on for 12 hours. Survived the absolute zero cannon. Lifted and threw Kaiser Ghidorah. Matched Thor's strength. What? Defeated 10 monsters in a row in Final Wars.
He's fallen into a volcano, survived a black hole, and tanked a meteorite point blank without a scratch.
But despite popular belief, Godzilla is not invincible. His regeneration takes time, his speed is lacking, and despite having
Sense of delight, relatively slow, somewhat clumsy due to his size. Lost to King Kong and Mothra, gills are a weak spot. Vulnerable to strong surges of unnatural electricity, killed by Oxygen Destroyer and Mecha Godzilla 2. Sorry, I had like a freaking yawn / burp there. That was weird.
having 2 brains, one in his skull and the other where his tail meets his torso, he's pretty darn clumsy.
Where were you on that one, ass brain?
He officially
Wait, he has 2 brains?
And despite having 2 brains, one in his skull and the other where his tail meets his torso, he's pretty darn clumsy.
Where were you on that one, ass brain?
He officially lost a fight against King Kong, and he's even died in 4 separate films.
But Godzilla's victories definitely outweigh his failures. There's a good reason they call him the King of the Monsters.
The year was 1965, the apex of the space race. Technology was advancing further and faster than ever before, but no one could have anticipated the bioengineered marvel hidden beneath the waves. Eons ago, the ancient people of Atlantis learned how to construct life and foolishly decided to play God.
But instead of creating something safe like a dog or a bunny, they created giant flying laser shooting murder birds. Surprise, surprise, they couldn't be controlled and they turned 100% of Atlantis into oceanfront property.
So, what was their solution to counter these giant destructive monsters? Why, another giant destructive monster, of course.
Duh. Fight
Enter
fire with
Gamera,
fire.
guardian of the universe and friend to all children.
That thing is friend to all children. Cool, got it. 262.5 feet, 10,000 tons. Atlantean bioengineering. To 150 million years old. Feeds on fire, plasma, and mana. Ooh, he can feed on the freaking atomic breath then, probably. More intelligent than most humans. Skilled gymnast. Known as the guardian of the universe and friend to all children.
Hurry, let's go. He won't harm us. Gamera doesn't hurt people. He likes us.
Friend to all children? That's a terrible title. How about Gamera, the flying, fire-breathing Ninja Turtle of Doom?
That's actually not far off. For a 260-foot, 10,000-ton turtle, Gamera is quite agile.
And he sticks it! His
What's with turtles and being fucking ninjas?
arsenal includes 2 huge tusks, twin elbow spikes, and a
Fire breath, plasma fireballs, accelerated healing, mana manipulation, flight with a top speed of Mach 3, mana manipulation, vanishing plasma fist, and the ultimate plasma mana cannon.
Air breath so strong, it can be used underwater, despite being, you know, fire.
Technically, it's highly concentrated plasma, the fourth state of matter. The hottest plasma ever created by man exceeded 3.6 million degrees Fahrenheit.
Damn.
That's hotter than the surface of the sun.
Damn.
Gamera's fireballs can burn through practically anything.
And when he's not spitting hot fire, he fucking eats it.
It's true, a fiery 4-course meal can quickly heal and re-energize him.
So that's where Natsu learned to eat fire from.
Naturally, as a giant turtle monster, he can retract his limbs and head into his shell for extra defense. And then fire rocket jets out of the holes and frickin' fly!
He's a
What
fucking
the fuck is
Blade.
this? And why can't my turtle do that? Someday, Mr. Snappy. Someday.
Fucking Blade of
Gamera can
Death.
fly at speeds breaching Mach 3, over 2,200 miles per hour. That's faster than the world record-holding SR-71 Blackbird.
But how the hell does he know where he's going? And more importantly, how does he not puke his guts out?
The Atlanteans built Gamera using mana, an ethereal energy force connecting all things, places, and people. Everything has a finite pool of mana, which can be measured using a Sega Dreamcast.
But it still can't play DVDs.
A person's mana is dependent on how much influence and authority they possess over others. As Gamera literally holds the world's fate in his claws, his mana levels are off the charts.
Gamera can manipulate his mana in combat, which is useful when you've lost your arm and need to give your enemy a kaiju-sized falcon punch.
God damn.
Fuck yeah!
And if Gamera ever runs low on mana, he can summon more from the earth itself.
Gamera better than them. God damn.
I think he got him. Gamera is fast
Yeah.
enough to catch a missile going Mach 10, capable...
Alrighty, 16 wins, 3 losses, 2 ties. That's only 21 fights, so Godzilla's more experienced. Famous steadfast determination, plasma fire trumps the SAR bomb, can jump hundreds of feet, survived a city-leveling explosion, blew up the Star Destroyer. He blew up a Star Destroyer? What the fuck? Survived an orbital re-entry with crash landing and repaired an alien... What the fuck? He repaired an alien spacecraft. Bro. Seriously, you better win. You sound fucking awesome.
of flying through outer space, and tough enough to survive a nuclear explosion which leveled the entire city of Sendai.
As Sendai is about 152 miles across, this explosion must have yielded nearly 112 megatons of force.
Damn.
Gamera has a fierce will to fight. No matter how much pain he's in, he'll keep pushing forward for the win.
And he's not just determined, he's actually quite brilliant. He tactically seeks to exploit enemy weaknesses, and is apparently smart enough to repair an alien spacecraft.
He does machines.
But despite his intelligence, he is not infallible. Gamera's supposedly impenetrable defenses have been pierced before.
Damn. Undercell's shell is weaker. Relies on human connection to maintain its power. Prefers winning through a retreating strategy. Puts the Earth's safety above his own, and is vulnerable to his own plasma.
And remember, Gamera is explicitly the guardian of Earth, which does not necessarily include humanity. In fact, Gamera fears mankind may one day become the Earth's greatest enemy.
I knew he sounded too good to be true. He's a hippie turtle.
And yet, Gamera has a strange fondness for children.
Gamera! Gamera! He will bring kids to his bed, touch them like no other can. Please don't tell on Gamera!
What the fuck, Boobstick?
No, really.
Actually, he's sacrificed his life to save children on multiple occasions, even used his ultimate self-destruct move, all for the safety of innocent children.
Oh,
You dick.
that's pretty cool.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
Kaiju style. Goddamn ad. I don't care, Steam. Get the fuck out of here. You guys are useless. Camelot. Fight! Yeah, get him. Fuck that guy. King of the monsters, my ass. Oh shit. Come on, fight back. Goddamn. Hell yeah. Playdate of Death. Come on. Keep going. Launch his ass right into the fucking sun. Oh shit! Pile driver! Look at orbital pile driver, goddamn! Oh shit. Oh no! Come on, Gamera! Yeah! Fuck his ass up! Yeah! Is that enough to kill him? Ah, shit. Behind you, Gamera! Come on! Ah. Damn.
Add Master of the Culinary Arts to his title because Godzilla just made turtle soup.
Gamera may have held the speed advantage, but Godzilla's sheer size and power won this bout.
He's 9 times heavier.
Yeah.
Plus, while Gamera tanked a city-busting nuke and almost died, Godzilla tanked a similar explosion from a meteorite and didn't even flinch.
Gamera's shell was once pierced by Virus, a physically weaker foe. There's no doubt Godzilla could overpower this giant turtle.
Hell, he's strong enough to match goddamn Thor. And since Godzilla's atomic breath is composed of pure radiation, not fire, Gamera could not feed off of it.
But most importantly, Gamera has a history of winning through retreating. He usually takes one round to analyze his foe and another to win the day. On paper, this sounds like a smart idea.
But unfortunately for Gamera, Godzilla don't play like that. Looks like Godzilla put Gamera through living shell.
The winner
Really?
is Godzilla.
Next time.
Alright, we got one more. Next time on Death Battle, we got Batman versus Captain America, DC versus Marvel. I mean, we did a DC versus Marvel with Batman. Didn't end well for Batman. Spider-Man beat that fucking motherfucker. Just like he should have. Captain America versus Batman. I feel like they're pretty similar, but Batman is more tactical. We'll see how it goes. I think Batman will win this one, unlike last time.
Defending the weak from powerful agents of evil demands a champion who has achieved the peak of human capability, all in the name of justice, and sometimes vengeance.
Batman, the Dark Knight.
And Captain America, the Sentinel of Liberty.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
America's ass is about to get its ass beat.
Throughout the underworld of Gotham City, one name strikes fear into the cold, black hearts of even the most hardened criminals: the Batman.
But becoming a 6-foot flying rat of vengeance comes at a cost. For 8-year-old Bruce Wayne, it was helplessly watching as his parents were gunned down in front of him on the way back from the theater. That poor kid, that opera really must have scarred him.
Bruce's genius-level intellect and physical prowess allowed him to pick up a vast array of skills.
41. 6'2", 210 pounds. Secret identity of Bruce Wayne. Net worth is $6.9 billion. Perfected every martial arts known to man. And has had 23 girlfriends and kissed at least 60 women. Don't know why that's necessary to put in for a death battle.
Skills on his global journey to become the Dark Knight. He became an expert in the art of disguise and a master of every fighting style known to man. He's perfected escape artistry, sword fighting, detective skills, stealth, has a photographic memory, earned 12 master's degrees, is an expert marksman, and is vastly knowledgeable in pressure points.
And we're positive he's not superhuman?
Officially, no, he's not, but he has learned to appear so in the minds of his opponents. Having been trained by the League of Assassins, Batman's greatest weapon is fear.
All it takes is a glimpse of that pointy-eared shadow and criminals start shaking in their boots. He can disappear and reappear in an instant thanks to his mastery of stealth and the high-tech gadgets he keeps in his utility belt. Like his bat claw grappling hook, smoke pellets, tons of different batarangs, and...
Bat claw, smoke pellets, various batarangs, explosive gel, disruptor, shock gloves, cryptographic sequencer, forensic analysis kit, and first aid kit.
Shock gloves.
Hey, don't underestimate the shock gloves. They release a charge powerful enough to penetrate Kevlar and even stop the heart of one of Batman's most powerful enemies, Bane.
But then he restarted it because he's nice like that. Bane later said thank you the only way he knew how. I'm surprised Batty didn't pull something out of the utility belt to stop that one, considering it seems to contain anything Batman could ever need, even shark repellent.
No.
Actually, that's a common misconception. The shark repellent was stored in the helicopter that Robin was flying, not Batman's utility belt.
Oh yeah, because that makes it so much less ridiculous.
Batman also carries explosive gel. A cluster of this substance can be sprayed onto nearly any surface and remotely detonated. Perfect for distractions.
Or, you know, blowing shit up. Tip for criminals, if you know Batman's after you, avoid anything shaped like a bat.
Yeah, that's just common sense.
Somebody in here.
Dude, just walk away.
Something wrong? Nope.
That was the right call. I didn't see shit. If you want to go in there and check around, go right ahead. But I didn't see anything in that fucking shit.
Bruce chose the guise of a bat to project his own fear of the flying mammal onto his enemies. However, that's not the Batsuit's only purpose.
Thanks to some military-grade armor he stole from his own company with Morgan Freeman's permission, the Batsuit is almost completely bulletproof, knife-proof, electricity...
Repurposed no-mech survival suit, almost totally bulletproof, flame and shock resistant, cape doubles as a glider, cowls, para-armored fibers, lessen impact to the head, gauntlets armed with blades, conceals both heartbeat and heat sinker.
Punch-proof, dog-proof, and theft-proof.
Inside Batman's cowl is an array of high-tech gear commonly used for listening to police scanners and communicating with allies. But in combat, Batman finds more use in its night, infrared, and ultraviolet vision. Also, its built-in triangulation imaging system, which hacks into the world's cell phones and creates a digital 3D map.
You mean he can see everything I do just because I have a phone?
More or less.
Ask him where I left my keys.
Aside from mass invasion of privacy, Batman's resume includes such accomplishments as dodging Darkseid's virtually unavoidable Omega Beams, withstanding
Avoided Omega Beam, survived outer space for 24 seconds, bench pressed 1,000 pounds, leg pressed 2,500 pounds, can throw a batarang 100 miles per hour, swapped a poison drink faster than the literal blink of an eye, and broken Area 51 and Area 52. There's an Area 52? The fuck?
the vacuum of space for 24 seconds, and breaking free from a coffin buried 6 feet underground in a straitjacket after being deprived of sleep for days, all while having a cocktail of unknown drugs in his system, along with the Joker's latest venom toxin.
What the
What the Okay, hold on. What?
Underground in for 24 seconds, and breaking free from a coffin buried 6 feet underground in a straitjacket after being deprived of sleep for days, all while having a cocktail of unknown drugs in his system, along with the Joker's latest venom toxin.
What the fuck? And this guy is not superhuman. Yeah, bullshit. Like, I'm starting to think, like, one of his contingency plans is to make the world think he's human, so that they'll never suspect he secretly got superpowers. Like, he's, like, been experimenting on himself. Because this dude is not human. There's no fucking way he's human.
What the fuck? Are we positive that we're positive he's not superhuman?
Well, given his line of work, I wouldn't be surprised if he stumbled into a room filled with gamma rays or something like that, but underneath the bat suit, he is affected by knives and bullets the same as any other mortal man. Even though he usually comes out victorious, his self-confidence occasionally puts him in life-threatening situations he can't escape without help.
Like Bane's thank you spine durability test.
But the Cape Crusader has consistently found a way to survive even the most life-threatening situations.
And Bats has no problem continuously going toe-to-toe with evil in the name of justice.
And vengeance.
From this moment on, none of you are safe.
Goddamn, Batman.
Born to poor Irish immigrants in Manhattan on July 4th, 1920, Stephen Rogers grew up with little money, few friends,
And even
Before transformation was 5'4" and 95 pounds. After transformation, he was 6'2" and 220 pounds. Both parents died early in his life. Won the gold medal in an art contest as a teenager. Was once mutated into the Spider King, and secretly a car thief.
fewer muscles. Good God, is that Steve Rogers or Jack Skellington? Somebody get that kid a sandwich.
but his sheer willpower, selflessness, and desire for justice stood out. As those around him left to serve in the Second World War, Rogers was desperate to fight for his country. But due to his lacking physique and health problems, he was turned away from every single military organization, multiple times.
Meanwhile, Hitler was creating a new group of super Nazis with lasers called Hydra.
Desperate to combat this new threat, Uncle Sam began the top-secret Project Rebirth. It looked like Rogers would finally get his chance to be the hero after all, provided he survived an untested, unstable, unprecedented experiment.
Worth it.
After an injection of some mystery juice and tanning in some Vita rays, Rogers lived! And as a plus became a Nazi-annihilating, terrorist-thrashing symbol of freedom, Captain America! America!
Take what you do best and create a website that's worthy of it. With AI website creation,
Fuck
The
AI.
Super Soldier Serum pushed Steve's body to the absolute limit of human physical and mental potential.
A homeless guy sold me a super serum once. I woke up in Tanny's a week later without my wallet.
With his new
Checked
body,
out.
Rogers can bench press 1,100 pounds and run a mile.
Adept in all fighting styles. But Batman's a master in all fighting styles. Master Technician, multilingual, proficient in all weapons, though he typically uses his shield. Expert acrobatic, capable of chi manipulation, can resist all forms of mind control, and proficient in driving all kinds of vehicles. Because he's a fucking car thief, apparently.
In 73 seconds. By comparison, the bench press world record without the aid of a bench shirt is Eric Spoto's 722 pounds, and the fastest mile run belongs to Hisham Garouche of Morocco at 3 minutes 43 seconds. That makes Rogers nearly twice as strong and over 3 times as fast as the most physically fit human beings in the world.
He can even dodge gunfire at point-blank range by, in his own words, seeing faster.
Which is the
What?
absolute stupidest way of saying that his brain can process images faster than a normal human.
Putting his new abilities to good use, he's adept in every single form of hand-to-hand combat known to man. That's right, I bet you didn't know that Captain America was a ninja.
Jiu-jitsu? Kung Fu? Krav Maga? All of the above.
Despite his incredible physical potential, the military initially decided Super Steve was best suited as the U.S. Army poster boy.
That suit
Of
looks
course.
like it was ripped from a patriotic circus.
It was.
Really?
Of course.
Well, at least he upgraded to suits not made from circus later on.
No, they were too.
What kind of circus would make a costume with Kevlar Nomex and lightweight titanium that's resistant to fire, water, and electric shocks?
Some call it
World War II.
Oh, I get it.
But the most iconic aspect of Cap's attire is his famed shield. Composed of proto-adamantium and a mysterious metal from space.
2.5 feet in diameter, weighs 12 pounds. An unrepeatable combination of proto-adamantium and vibranium. Why is it unrepeatable? Proto-adamantium is even stronger than regular adamantium. What the fuck is proto-adamantium then? Absorbs the full blow of any impact. Conducts neither electricity nor heat. Highly aerodynamic. Can only be damaged by tampering with its molecular bonding. So, Batman's not breaking it. I still think Batman's gonna win this fight. I just want to check something here. Proto. Oops. Adamantium. Proto-adamantium is a unique metal created from a fusion of Wakandan vibranium and an experimental steel alloy. Originally developed by Dr. Myron McLean and is best known as the material used for Captain America's shield. Created in the early 1940s, experimenting with various metals. During one of his experiments, he accidentally fused steel and vibranium, resulting in a new alloy that exhibited extraordinary strength and durability. This alloy was later molded into Captain America's iconic shield, making it one of the most durable objects in the Marvel Universe. And yet, Thanos just snaps that shit. The first form of adamantium mysteriously formed during experiments back in World War II. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about why it's I guess just because he made it by accident. Like he didn't keep notes or anything. Whatever.
Case called Vibranium. This one-of-a-kind shield was presented to him personally by none other than the 32nd President of the United States, Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
And like a badass, Cap doesn't just use his shield for defending himself. He hurls that motherfucker at just about anything that moves.
The combination of the two metals allows the shield to absorb and reflect
Damn.
practically all
Oh,
kinetic
shit.
energy and thus ricochet off multiple targets with only minor loss in velocity. Captain America utilizes this in combination with his super soldier mind to predict and calculate the shield's trajectory so that it always ends up back in hand no matter how many targets it has struck.
Cap's shield can reflect anything from bullets to lasers, decapitate vampires, and stop a blow from Thor's hammer. And if you recall, Mjolnir doesn't fuck around. This giant frisbee of freedom is so cool, even Superman wants one.
Alright,
Freedom
hold on.
is so cool, even Superman.
What does it say? Don't worry, Captain. They won't be around long enough for it to matter. And where can I get one of these shields? It's fantastic. Enjoy it while those can't, Superman. There is none other like it in all the worlds.
Superman wants one.
Yes, I think it works.
But it's not unstoppable. It's been damaged and even destroyed its fair share of times over the years, but only by cosmic or reality warping powers.
Luckily, Mr. America doesn't rely only on his shield.
Survived being frozen in ice for 70 years, can run 50 miles per hour, caught a torpedo with his bare hands, threw the Hulk off his feet, can jump 20 to 30 feet, drops from airplanes at cruising altitude into water without a parachute, no problem.
He's boxed Thor to a standstill, was deemed worthy to wield Mjolnir, and
Yep.
has even managed to incapacitate the Hulk with his knowledge of pressure points.
Wait, go back to that second one. Did
Yeah, he kicked him right in the fucking balls. I mean, goddamn. I kind of want to root for Captain America just because, can you imagine the balls you have to kick the Hulk in the fucking nuts? But I'm pretty sure Batman's gonna win.
This guy just kicked the Hulk in the dick? You've got to be a real man to give the Green Goliath a nut check. I mean, that's the fastest way to piss off a dude, and who don't we like when they're angry? Balls of steel right there. Great big, eagle-shaped freedom balls of steel.
And to top everything off, not many superheroes can claim to have defeated the fearsome foursome of crack, weed, ice, and misfix, the literal personifications of actual street drugs.
So you're telling me he's preaching an anti-drug message, knowing that drugs are the entire reason he became awesome?
I guess we can add hypocrite to his list of aliases. Despite being a physically perfect human, Captain America more or less has the same weaknesses as any other man. His patriotic uniform can only protect him so much from stabbing weapons.
And sniper bullets. God knows he gets killed pretty good by those.
Come on.
Ah! Weapons! My only weakness! How did you... No.
Even in the face of death, Captain America always stands for what the United States needs.
And sometimes that's serving Hitler an American-sized knuckle sandwich.
Fuck yeah.
Who you supposed to be?
I'm not even American. I fucking support that.
Captain America.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
Fucking Gotham, man. Total shit. Total fucking shithole. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Let's finish this. Hyper!
Oh. Nice. Keep that spray painted. You got a badass new weapon, fucking Batman.
Pledge allegiance
to
the Cap, hanging miserably from the light post.
Or do that.
Captain America did have the endurance and power advantage, and Batman himself has admitted he could lose a hand-to-hand match.
Wait, what? Alright, it's conceivable you could beat me, Avenger, but it would take you a very long time. Tell me this, though. Do you want to?
Against him, but there's a big difference between could and would.
I could survive the fallout of an airplane, but I wouldn't bet on it. Unless
Fair
you're doing
enough.
it, Wiz, you should totally try it. $5 if you make it.
You're an idiot, Boomstick. Also, the fact is, Batman is more than a boxer. His stealth and disarming skills allowed him to turn the fight in his favor.
Yeah.
Not to mention the gadgets. Just because Cap could see faster doesn't mean he could see hard enough to spot bats through a solid wall of smoke.
Batman also regularly battles and sneaks around super beings far above your average laser Nazi.
Yeah.
If he can ninja around Superman's super hearing, there's no reason he can't do the same to Captain America.
And of course, Batman has more knowledge about pressure points and fighting styles because he's mastered all of them rather than simply being adept, helping him incapacitate and finish off the Star-Spangled Soldier.
Captain America just couldn't hang in there.
The winner is Batman.
Next time on Death Battle.
Alrighty. That's a win for Batman that time around, guys. And that's gonna be it for me this episode. Like, subscribe, check out Death Battle and give them all the love they deserve. And, check back soon, hopefully for some more Death Battle and some more reactions. It's gonna be Death Battle for a while. We gotta get through all these. But once we do, I've been looking at some other stuff. I've been coming up with some ideas. Yeah, thanks. Sorry about that. Someone knocking on my door. Yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be it. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.